Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is the texture node. So yesterday we covered a shader node, which went post-renderer, and we're going to do the same thing with the texture node today. So it operates almost the same way, but it works off of UVs. So anything within our little node tree here has to have a UV on it, which our shapes do. They naturally have UVs assigned to them. But if you bring in, say, an FBX, you just want to make sure any other 3D objects or anything you bring in have UVs properly assigned to them. Otherwise, this is not going to work correct. Additionally, on our render node, we want to make sure texture coordinates is checked, because this is what's pushing along that UV data. And as a reminder, we talked about object ID and material ID yesterday to be able to manipulate these textures for multiple ones set up. So just go ahead and make sure those are connected as well, or those are checked on. So let's go ahead and add a texture node and just straight texture TXR, not our texture 2D, not our texture map, the texture TXR node. So we're going to add that in. So on this node, it's pretty simple. All we have is UV information and the ability to change our UV locations and scales. That is pretty much it. So for this to be able to work, we need media. So let's go ahead and bring some media in. Here we're going to input it into our little node here. And we go ahead and offset that media so we're seeing it all. All right, so now we just brought in footage and it's playing all within our little scene here. But if you notice, it's playing everywhere. So not just on our objects, it's playing in the background as well. Even though we have nothing in our background, it's still being computed in the background. And this is just because our background image sometimes gets confused and thinks our UV of 0 is something. So a quick easy fix for this is to just assign material IDs or object IDs. Sorry about that. So if we go to our shapes and we can see this is object ID 1, and we can make this object ID 1 as well. And if we go to our texture node and we go to our settings and use object, we can say use 1, and you notice that is gone from our background because our background in here is kind of considered an object, even though it's not really an existing object. This node just thinks it is. So now we're limiting our little texture node to these two objects. And if we had more, we could do that. So now if we play, we can see our textures playing on our little objects. And a few things that are good about this node is, one, if we go to our shape here and we transform it, you can see those transforms are actually happening. It's not just a single projection that's not changing with our transformation. And additionally, if you notice, this is working well on our little cube with no additional work, whereas our shader node didn't work very well off of normals coming from flat surfaces. So we can come into our texture node to try to straighten these up. And all we have to do is we have the ability to flip. And we can swap the UVs. We can rotate them 90 degrees. We can scale them so we can get our little cube looking correct. Let's go to our lights, look around. There we go. On our cube, not our sphere. And we can scale on the V if we needed to. And we can offset on the U and the V. So we can center our little actress back up there. So now if we play, we've got a little actress centered in there and we're good to go. But if you notice, we're not centered over here. And if we change anything on this single texture node, it's going to change on both. so we can't adjust this one. So let's fix that. And let's go ahead and go to our sphere shape and go to Object ID and change this to Object ID 2. And what we can do is bring in a new texture node. So new texture node, and we're going to add that. And we're going to input our media. And we're going to go to settings, use object, and we're going to use object 2 for this one. And let's make sure that stayed on 1, 1. All right, and if it gets glitchy, if you just disconnect and unconnect and reconnect, it'll eventually work again. So on texture 2, now we can come up here and we can offset it to rotate our image. So now that one is correct. So there we go. That is the texture node. I will see you in the next node breakdown.